Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to give a brief intro of what is Snowflake Stream and how exactly that you can use that in change data capture of the ETL pipeline. So let's get started. So firstly, let me explain what is CDC. So in the traditional ETL pipeline, so when you are bringing the data from the source to destination, so you'll be bringing the data um, in two phases. The first one is the historical phase. The next is the daily or incremental phase. So in the historical phase, it is a one-time load that you will be bringing the data that is till date from source to destination. Whereas in the incremental load, so you'll be running that on a daily basis or an hourly basis according to your requirement. So you'll be bringing the latest data change from the source to destination. So the data change can be insert, update or delete on the source, and that changes will be captured and brought into the destination. Now, so for this CDC comes into the picture. So CDC is change data capture. So whatever the change that is happening on the source, so we'll bring in that change into the destination. So to achieve CDC in Snowflake, Snowflake is offering a service called Snowflake Stream. So a Snowflake Stream is also known as a table stream, and it is an object that enables Snowflake's change data capture by tracking DML changes, DML data manipulation changes made to the source table in Snowflake. So the metadata of each change is stored and later used to retrieve the change data when you query the stream. So that is how it happens. So the stream includes the metadata action, the metadata is update, and metadata row ID. So these three are the actions. Like I'll just start my session and I'll explain in detail what are these and how exactly these are useful when you are building the stream. So let's get started and do a quick session here. So firstly, let me create a database exclusively for the CDC stream. So this is not a mandatory step. I'm just doing here. Okay, so I have created this database called CDC stream. So I'm going to use this database. So you see, it has changed. So it has a public schema. So that I'm fine with that. So I'll go ahead with the public schema. I'm not gonna create any schema right now. So I'll first create two tables. One is a source table and one is a destinations table. So I'll show how the stream will change any capture that is happened on the source table and how those changes are replicated in the destination. So firstly, let us create the source table. So this source table contains these three columns. It's a pretty simple table: ID, first name, and last name. So let's go ahead and create that. So we created member source table. Now we are going to create member destination table. So it is also the same. So exactly the same structure as the source. Go ahead and create that. So now we are going to create a stream. So this stream, let me paste that here. So this is the stream. So we are creating a stream called member stream on table member source. So whatever the changes that are happening on the member source table, that changes would be stored in this stream. So that is how it works. So when you create a stream for a particular table in Snowflake, so it is watched to have any kind of DML changes. Whenever some kind of DML changes happen to that table, that changes will be noted in this stream, and later using that changes will update the destination table accordingly. So that is how it works. So let's test this one. Since we created this stream, sorry, we didn't create that. I'm going to create that. Okay, so now the stream is created. Now let's test this stream by inserting some values into the source table. Okay, firstly, before that, let me show you that these two tables are blank. You see the members source. Let me do that. Okay, let's see, this also stream is blank. Source, select star from member source. Our source is blank, our destination is blank, so everything is blank right now. So now I'm going to create or insert few records into the member source table. Let me go ahead and do that and run this one. So it is inserting all the records into the member source table. So let's wait till all the records get inserted. So this is done. Okay. So now let's see the source table. You see there are 13 records inserted into the source table. Let's see what is in the stream table. Okay. So this is something that is important for us. So if we can see, so these are all the columns of the source table. And then there are 3 extra columns that are specific to this stream that I have discussed in the beginning of this video. So metadata action is something that denotes the kind of action that has happened while bringing this record into this table. So as we inserted all these rows here, so the metadata action is insert, and it is not an update, so it will be false for all these records. And this row ID is the unique identifier for each record that got inserted here. So these 3 are the important columns that we refer when we are moving the data from source to the destination. So if the action is something like delete or update, so that will be here accordingly. So I'll show that example also in the next few minutes. So if we go here, now let's use the merge command and bring the data from the source to the destination accordingly. So let me show you the merge command here. Let's understand this merge command. So I'm using the CDC stream database and I'm merging into member destination, and I'm selecting all the records from the member stream on the basis of ID. So ID is the unique identifier between the source and the destination. So we are matching based on the action. So if the action is insert, then if the action is insert or update, then we are updating into that. And if it is delete, then we are deleting that. And if it so when the action is insert, so when the action, so for what exactly happens is when you update and record, so the action still will be insert, but the metadata update will be true. So what we are checking is, so when the match is insert and metadata update is true, then we need to update that. So that is what happening here. And otherwise, if the metadata action is delete that record. And if the metadata and the status is matched and the metadata action is insert, then we are inserting that value. So that is how it happens. Let's run this merge command and see what happens. Okay. So here I forgot to add the not here, because when it is a new record, there won't be any match, right? So we need to add a not here. So I added, and you can see that there are 13 rows inserted. Let us see the table here, the destination table. You can see it has all the 13 records inserted. Now let us go and try deleting or updating some records. Okay, I'm gonna update this one. 1 second, I'm gonna bring that in a second. So I'm gonna update the last name of so here Wayne Bell is updated as Wayne Wright. Let's see what happens. So the update has happened. Let us see what the stream is holding. You see, so Wayne Bell is deleted and Wayne Wright is inserted with an update of true. That means an update has happened on the ID of 1. That update is deleting the last name Bell and changing the last name to Wright. So that is what happened. Now let us run the same CDC we have here and see. Okay, now let us see the destination table. The destination table still has these 13 records, so there are none here. So yeah, okay, so if you see, it is still Wayne Bell. Try this one. So this is updated. Now let us see the destination table. So you can see Wayne Wright. So the last name has been updated for the first time. So that is how the stream works. So it is very helpful in building the CDC or auto update of the data from the source to the destination. Hope this session is helpful. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye.